Okay, I think we should be live. I just need to confirm real quick. Uh, yeah, I think we should be live currently. Yeah, we should be live. Hello, guys. Welcome to another live stream on the channel. I think it's been a while I did one of these live streams, and I'm very excited to be back doing this. And I'm trying to confirm if we're live on LinkedIn already. Yeah, I think we should be live. Yeah, cool. So, hello guys again. Welcome to this live stream. So, the idea for this particular live stream is just to try out the idea is just to try out Tanstack router. I think Tanstack router should be very stable right now, and I think some month ago it was actually in beta, but currently they should be very stable for like production application and using them on the front end to handle routing. So that was just where the idea came from, to try this out on a live stream, how it compares to React router, and how you could I don't know, just have fun around the documentation, getting to understand how it differs from the regular React router. Um, yeah, so that's just the main idea for this particular live stream right now. Cool. So I think quickly, quickly, could quickly share my screen real quick. So let's just jump right into it. All right, cool. My screen should be visible at this point, and um, I'm just trying to confirm if everything works properly, if my sound is okay, if the video is okay. Yeah, I think everything is fine. So let's quickly just jump right into it. Why other people join this live stream? So Tanstack router, it says it's a modern and scalable routing for React application. A fully type safe React router, with the built-in data fetching, still while revalidates caching and first-class search params APIs. Interesting. I don't know if this is looking very small or I need to zoom in again. Okay, just I think I could just zoom in a bit so we could quickly see this. All right. So type safe, powerful yet similarly experience building data fetching with caching, search params APIs to make your state management jealous. Search params APIs to make your search manager jealous. Interesting. I think this sounds very interesting. So instead of throwing you to the URL search params wolf, Stack router outfits you with state manager grade search params APIs with schemas, validation, um full type safety and pre-post manipulation. You wonder why you're not storing anything in the URL. Goodbye in memory state. Interesting. Pretty much have a couple of partners. Vessel, shout out to Vessel, shout out to Clark, shout out to Convert, shout out to Sentry. Future rich and lightweight, 100% type safe, nested layouts, strict. Wow, there's a lot of stuff happening here. Sponsors, quite a lot of sponsors. Okay, so this is just an example on Stack Bliss. All right, cool. So this is just the documentation. I think I will just leave the link to the documentation on the chat for whoever is interested to check it out. Let me quickly go to the live stream. Yep. Okay, so I just posted the documentation for um for our viewers to see. Interesting. So before I jump right into code or trying to like understand how this works, um I quickly want to jump to React Router, right? Because this is what we mostly use before now. Um and the reason why I want to do this is to show how React Router does things compared to Tanstack Router. Yeah, so for me personally, I've always been using I think Next.js, like when I'm building my React applications, right? So I don't really get to like set up my router from scratch. It's been a while. I think some month ago I had to set up a React router application because I didn't wanted to use like Next.js. I just wanted something very simple and straightforward. So I had to go with a React um a React Vite application, right? So I had to set up React router. It was quite straightforward, and it was quite the same, almost the same way of how I create routes, like 3 to 4 years ago when I was making use of React router before I started using Next.js more. Um, I think what really changed mostly was just the APIs and the structures, and I think right now we even have React. We have router providers. Back then we didn't have stuff like that in React router. So seeing that was really really amazing because a lot of changes has come in. Um, you could do a lot of stuff with React router these days. Yep. So React router mostly made by Remix. I think it's also used behind the scene in Remix if you're building a Remix application. All right, cool. Um, so this is just the link to React router, which is the popular routing library. I think should be the most popular routing library when it comes to React JS. All right, and I think we are good. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Um, okay, so this is not the agenda for today. Let's close this and go back to Tanstack router. So Tanstack router is, it says, a fully type safe React router. So meaning that it's basically React router, what we already know and use and enjoy using React router, but a type safe. Now, I think in my last two videos where I got to had a discussion with um Francois, the creator of Nux, right? I mentioned I kind of really enjoy libraries that are type safe, right? Because all my application most times I always enjoy using TypeScript because of the developer experience, and like the way it gives you that superpower in your particular editor, right? So I really enjoy making use of type safe libraries, type safe frameworks. Like it makes your life easier. You could catch the errors before they even happen. All right. So seeing this now, the fully type safe React router makes me very very happy because I just know how that's gonna work with VS Code or any code editor you get to use out there. 100% type safe. We have nested layout and routes, strict navigation, search parameter validations, pending elements. The beauty about this is the beauty about Tanstack right now is how this different component or this different part of Tanstack kind of comes together to build like a framework, right? We have Tanstack stats, which is something I really want to look at, right? So I think currently it's still in alpha. Tanstack stats is just a full stack React framework powered by the Tanstack router. So everything you're mostly using here, right? Everything we're gonna be like going through here in this video is mostly also usable here, right? So it's just full it's a full stack React framework. Think about Next.js, think about Tanstack, right? So Tanstack kind of do some things differently, kind of be should I say the middle layer between your server side components or your server side and also your clients. And what I mean by that is if you familiarize with what's happening in the React ecosystem so far, we've really been like shifting more to the server side, right? Trying to render server components, server actions and stuff like that, which is quite also amazing. Cool. So let's just go back to router and let's just quickly confirm if it's still live before we just jump right into coding. All right, I think we're good. Cool. So um okay. So to make this easier for us, I just want to do something. Let's quickly write some code. I think I could pull up VS Code real quick and VS Code. I just pull up a new window. Yep. So I have VS Code open up here right now. This is looking very I need to zoom in properly because I'll have to share the screen into two. So let's just quickly um let's take this to the side, take our documentation to the other side. Cool. I think this should be more better for us, and I can zoom in again to make sure we are all seeing the screen properly. I think this is way better. Yeah. Okay, so to try out Tanstack router, the idea today is just to build a recipe app. So I just want to build a recipe app on this live stream to see how it shines, to see how to make use of it, straight out from documentation, getting to understand how it works, right? So without that, we're not going to waste much time. So let's quickly move into. I think I can move into desktop. Then I think I have a directory called dev. Yeah, I could just work from there. Cool. And to do that, we're just gonna work with React fights. Um, so we're just gonna do npm create React um, create fight at latest. I think this is zoomed in properly. Yes, please. Mm, project name. We're just gonna call it recipe. We're just gonna call it recipe app dash I don't know Tanstack router. Cool. Yeah, I want to make use of React. React and TypeScript, React, JavaScript. Let's just make use of TypeScript. Yeah, pure TypeScript is okay for us. And let's quickly move into our directory, recipe app, and we can run. I think we can run code just to open this VS Code for us. Cool. Take this out and open this properly. And we need to zoom in properly so we can really see what I'm doing. And I think, yeah, I think we have everything here. Let's quickly just install all the packages from the package.json. Okay, so what I'm currently trying to do right now, I'm just trying to set up a React application where we're gonna like make use of Tanstack router. And this is loading up real quick. npm install. So let's just go back and do some other stuff. Um, okay. It says um, Tanstack router builds on routing patterns um, made popular by other tools, but has been re-engineered from the ground up to be 100% type safe without compromising on developer experience. Huh? You can have your cake and eat it too. Interesting. Okay, okay, okay. Host your data fetching and avoid waterfall from transfer router load APIs and get instant navigations with inbuilt caching and automatic preloading. Need something more custom. Router API is designed to work with favorite client-side caching libraries. Users will notice different when the page not only load in parallel, but also stays up to date over time. Interesting, interesting. So I think the idea here is this Tanstack router, right, mostly takes the idea of other popular tools such as React router, took the idea, they re-engineered it, changed the re-engineering, I think that's the word, right, from the ground up without compromising developer experience, try to add more stuff and make it 100% type safe, right? Which is amazing. Cool. So let's just go back. I think our application is installed and let's see what we have. Okay. So for styling, I mostly want to make use of Tailwind to style our application. So we just quickly see how we could set up Tailwind real quick. This shouldn't take much time. Get started. Resources. Installation. Yeah, I think this is it. Installation. Then we are installing for framework guide and we make use of fights. Yeah, fights. So we've done this. Um, okay, so let's install Tailwind CSS because we will need it. Okay, all right, and npm init. We've created this and quickly take our code to our Tailwind config. Replace this with this. Okay. Replace this with this and our config. Just to confirm, let me see what are we installing here. Tailwind 4. Okay, still looking out for forward to Tailwind 4. This is currently still Tailwind 3. I think Tailwind 4 should be dropping very soon. I currently wait um for the new version of Tailwind because there's a lot of amazing updates from the Tailwind team, Tailwind Labs actually. um I think we're kind of cool to go. I just need to go into source. I need to go to my index. This guy, take out all the code here. We don't need we don't need all this code here, right? And yeah. So just to test this out quickly, let's just run our server npm run dev. Npm run dev should be good. And okay, this is gonna serve up in localhost 5173. And let's just see what we have. No utility class were detected. Um, okay, close this up. We can take out all the parts, take out all the parts, and take out these parts. We don't need these logos. We don't need them right now. Cool. So just put a class there. We can just say box of um, red of 300, and width of I don't know. Let's just give it any value. Width of 7, and see if we have this guy showing up here. We don't have Tailwind showing up here yet. Let's see. Okay, 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 okay. Amazing, 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 amazing. Let's go back to this guy. Take out most of the code here. Um, okay. So we have Tailwind installed, which is the next step. I think we're done. We have our React application running up. And let's just go back to Tanstack router. Okay, so if you're just joining this stream, or if you're just watching this after this stream has been done, so what we're just trying to do, or the agenda of this particular stream, right, is just to understand Tanstack router, right? To 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 just try it on live stream, because before now I haven't really gotten to try out this particular routing library. I heard about it, seen some seen some posts on Twitter about it. So I thought about trying it on live video with the audience, or with my audience. Um yeah, so to try that out, we're gonna be building a recipe app that has in my head right now. I'm thinking about it. It has the homepage and some dynamic page, and the routing will just be all handled by Tanstack router. So before now, we make use of React router to do stuff like this, but not anymore. Really, we don't really like. We won't be doing that like um on this video, right? You can still go ahead and make use of React router. It's still robust, but we're trying out Tanstack router because it's fully type safe, and a lot of developers kind of appreciate type safe libraries like me, because it makes your life easier as a developer and gives you a developer experience like no other. Cool. Enough talking. Let's see. Let's just see if we are live on YouTube. Can we just quickly check that? Yeah, we can just confirm if we're live on YouTube real quick. And huh. Okay, cool. We're currently live on YouTube, and amazing, amazing. We're currently live on YouTube. We're also live on LinkedIn. All right, all right, all right. So, all right. So that's just what we're doing today, and we shouldn't spend much time talking much. Quickly, let's quickly set up this application. Since we'll be interacting an API, right? We need to bring in a library, or we need to bring in a library, yeah, that handles fetching data and stuff like that. You can go ahead and make use of fetch library, or just make use of Axios. But since we're already making use of the Tanstack router, why not? Let's just go ahead and add up um Tanstack query in our application, right? So to do that, that will be the first thing I'll do in this video. Going to documentation. Um, okay, let's see this again. What seems to be happening? Okay, I need to install. I need to install. I'm quickly trying to confirm if we're live on LinkedIn too before we go into coding. Um, what's really happening with show error? Fail to import stack. What's this? Try again, please. Quick starts. This error is quite kind of very strange for me right now. Um, Is this coming from my internet? Can I really confirm that? I don't think it's coming from my internet. Let's just see. 3.5 megabytes per second is quite slow. Uh, it seems this doesn't wanna work. Um, it seems this doesn't wanna really work for us right now. But we could we could kind of find an alternative for Tanstack query. I don't think I just hope this is not from the documentation right now because the initial route is actually loading up. But like if I try going to the docs, it doesn't load up. Interesting. What could be wrong? Um, I think we could just try out something else. Yep, 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 yep. So let's just try to get an API, right? An API that could help us fetch the list of recipe and the food recipe, right? That we could just render on the UI right now. And yeah, I think that works for us right now. So let's quickly do I think recipe API. We should be able to get a good one. Maybe free meal. I think I checked out this earlier. Either man. Try this too, but I don't really know which we could use. But I think this is quite straightforward, right? This one is quite straightforward. We could just get all the lists. These are the category. No. I don't know if this is looking very small. Can I zoom in properly so you can all see? All right. Getting a single meal. Look up selection of 10 random meals. Premium API only. No. Get all meal categories. Um, I need premium APIs only. We don't need the premium API because we're just like testing out here. So let's just see. Come on. Um, no. All categories. Let's just see this real quick and see what we're getting here. So category beef. Can I get prettier? Um, these are mostly just categories, but I need the okay. I think we could just make use of this the category straight up since we're gonna be like showing some data because I really need to get all latest meal or I don't really want to do any filter all meal by first letter. This quite tricky. Search name. I don't want to search for just a particular one. List all meal categories. Yeah, I think that works for us. We could just list all categories. Okay, okay. That makes a lot of sense for us right now. So let's try this documentation again and see what could be happening here. Huh, interesting. Now it works. Nice, nice. Thank God we went ahead to do some other stuff. It works now. So to quickly set this up, I just want to install Tanstack on our application. So if you're just joining right now, I don't really think you've missed a lot of stuff. What we're just trying to do right now is to try out Tanstack router, right? Let me quickly pull up the documentation again. We're trying out Tanstack router, and Tanstack router is just like um, a new type safe React router, right? If you've gotten to use React router on your application before now, when building your React apps, right? You have gotten to need routing, or you need to add routing. And routing mostly is just the idea of moving across different pages in your application, right? And Tanstack router is a new way of doing that. It's a fully type 100% safe method of handling like those kind of um those kind of features in your React application. So cool. So the next thing we can think about right now is to set up a React application, which you already did, right? So we set this application with React Vite, and this is just what we currently have. We had to install Tailwind CSS since we're gonna be like styling, and now we're just trying to install Tanstack query version 5 to handle the fetching since we'll be interacting with some APIs. Okay, cool. So let's just quickly fetch the data. Not really fetching the data right now. We're not yet there. Let's just take it one step at a time. Yeah. Okay, cool. So quick starts. Um, says code snippet briefly illustrate the core concept of React query. I think what we just need here is just queries. We don't need mutations, query validations. We don't really need those stuff. We don't need those like we don't really need that. So what we just do here is just take out this code. Um, um, what we could just take out here is this guy and go to the base of our application. I think that should be the main because we have to wrap our router. Not the router, we just have to wrap our provider. I think that should be the right word. And yes, I think that makes a lot of sense for us right now. So let's quickly um yeah, let's just wrap the provider, right? So we take a new client. We just have all this code in documentation right now. Query clients, initializing our query client. Then we have our query provider. Just wrap it around our app and take our app into the spots here. We have quite some errors on this page. Let's quickly format this. We're not going to be making use of the mutation. We are not going to be using the query clients yet. We're not going to be using it on this particular part of the application. Yeah. Yes. Okay, cool. So we have this. Let's quickly jump back to app.ts. So our app.ts mostly is just going to be the base route for our application, right? And the next thing we need to do, we just need to do use query clients. Um, use query clients is just going to be coming from the query clients. We're just going to make use of it. Then from here, we could just say we just create a query, right? And our query mostly is just going to be something of this form. So it says use query directly, right? Takes in query key to do. No, there's a I'm trying to remember something now. There's a shortcut key. A shortcut key. VS code. What's the word now? VS code break. Yeah, VS code break. Um, Yeah, I think VS Code break word. There's an extension. Not extension actually. There's a shortcut. Yeah, word wrap. Yeah, sorry, that's the word. Alt Z. Okay, so Alt Z is to wrap. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Cool, nice. Thanks to Google. I know I've used that before now. I couldn't just remember how we did it. All right, all right, all right, all right. So we have a lot of errors going on here. We have get to do's. So what's get to do's? Let's go back here and see. Get to do's is just um get to do's. What's really get to do's? Get to do's coming from my API. Oh, interesting. And yeah, I think let's just go back to queries. We are not gonna be too much of all those like all those stuff. And interesting. So if you're looking at our code right now, we have to do's. So we're just gonna rename ours to recipe, right? So this gets recipe is just gonna be a function that fetches some data or whatever, right? Then we're just gonna bind it to our query, then use the query directly in our data here. But before we do that, I just want to see something how we expected to do this. Do we have to install Axios? Do we have to import Axios or something? Let's see overview again. Okay, interesting. So we have the query function. So the query function could just be an external function and it has to be async, right? So this get recipe mostly is just a function, query function, and it's just gonna be fetch dot then passing our API. Yeah, let's just quickly just make it very very simplified. We're just gonna make we're just gonna create I think this works for us right now. We could just use the fetch, like I said, we could just use make use of fetch. What we're gonna make use of fetch. What are we fetching? We're fetching from this guy, fetching from this API. This is our base URL, or yeah, that works for us. Go back over to the documentation. Then since it's an asynchronous request, right? We need to pass it the promise dot then dot then. The first dot then brings in our res, right? Then we could just convert the response to JSON, and I think we should be good. Yep, 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 yep. Query function. What's the error now? It says overload. What does that mean? Um, it has to be a function exactly. Yeah, cool. So we're just gonna do this guy over here and say, okay, this is just gonna be our function. So query should hold our data. So we could just log for simplicity. We could just log our data and see. We could just log in query and see what query has for us. Query clients. Do we really need query clients here? Query clients. So use query clients. Um, let's go to the page. Open documentation. Let's see this. We have objects. Interesting. It says data, categories. Interesting. Okay, so we've been able to get we've been able to get we've been able to get hi git coda. Hi git coda, how you doing? What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Hi. I think some people just joining from YouTube. And so the idea of this particular stream, we're just trying out Tanstack router, which is just a replacement for React router. And the idea is just to try this on stream, get to understand how it works, and just get to play around with the documentation and also write some code. So far we've been able to set up a React application with React Vite. I had to install Tailwind for styling, and what else? Also, I had to install Tanstack query because I want to make some API call to an API just to fetch some data and create some dynamic pages, right? Just to play around with Tanstack router. Yeah, so I think if you're just joining now, you're not really missing much because we've been talking for a while, and we just start writing code right now. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, man, thank you for showing up. Yeah, thank you for showing up on the stream, Git Coder. Um, we are going on, and I think there's one more thing I need to do before we render this data. So far, I don't know why we have this error. We are not using this guy over here. Okay, we can just take this out and take this guy out. So if you're on the, can you confirm you guys can hear me properly? The audio, the video is fine because I'm kind of like skeptical about that. Um, okay, yeah, sure. I think we'll just kick it off and continue doing what we have to do right now. Cool. So let's take our dummy text and we have nothing showing up here right now. Cool. So to build this UI, right? So the main plan right now is just to show some list of data, because if I show you right now, we have our data already from query. So I could just do, I think I could do something like just show you the JSON, and to do that, we're just gonna say um we could stringify our JSON, right? Then we could pass it, or we could just stringify it since we already have a JSON response, right? And we're just gonna say query dot data, and let's just bind this. Cool. Take this guy out and take out our background red of 300. Amazing. So we have our response, and this is amazing. So right now, let's just render this JSON in a very pretty way, right? For us to be able to understand, or to make it very, very pretty for we to be able to view it properly. All right. Okay. So what I'm thinking right now, we're just gonna jump into vo.dev. So if you haven't gotten to use vo before now, so vo is just um more like a ChatGPT, right? But for UIs. And what error is this? Interesting. Um, it says with your browser extension, try disabling your browser extension and program that modify the page. Interesting. So this error is coming from my end, I think. Um, okay, cool. I think that's fine right now. So first off, we're gonna ask VO to help us build out just a simple UI. First off, we're gonna work on the landing before we go to the dynamic page, right? Because we'll be making use of Tanstack router to handle the dynamic pages and the dynamic movement, right? Um, so let's just say, okay, build out a recipe. No, that's not a recipe. Build out the recipe app. Build out a recipe app. I don't know. Let me just say just the just the landing with cards, right? Just cards showing the recipe and wherever I want to show on the UI. Yeah, I think this is a good prompt. What do you guys think? Let's try. Let's see what VO has for us. Okay, so I'll create a recipe app landing page with cards displaying various recipe. We use React component and then for styling. I'll create. I don't know if you guys can see this, if it's looking very small or you guys can visualize this properly. I think it should be way better. Okay, so I'll create a main component that includes a header and a grid of recipe cards. This is the implementation of the recipe landing page. Okay, so this code creates a responsive recipe landing page with different features, with a header, a grid of recipe cards that adjust based on the screen size, right? Each recipe card includes an image. The layout is a table in CSS for styling and responsiveness, and chassis and components are used for content styling and layouting. To improve the app, you should replace the. Okay. We I really don't want to use chassis, and I don't want to use anything chassis currently. I just want to get the code. But anyways, let's just get the UI right now. So what we need here is just the JSX. So VO has been able to help us generate the JSX, and I think we should be almost done with this, with the landing page. Cool. So we're just gonna return some JSX, and we're gonna say quite some errors already on page recipe, the map, recipes, recipes. Okay, I think we just renamed this. We kind of spelled it wrong. Interesting. So we're just gonna say recipes, and we're gonna show our recipes. We're showing on header, and I don't want to make use of. How can I do this right? How can I do this that it doesn't? Hmm. Can I ask this guy to know? Okay. Let's just say, VO, please. Can you just don't use Shatien, like don't use Shatien. Don't use Shatien. Just use Tailwind for us, and without using Shatien components, we use plain HTML and CSS styling. Okay, yeah, that works. I don't want Shatien, please. Cool. While this is setting up, we could quickly install Lucid React icons. We'll quickly pull up the documentation. Lucid icons are just React icons you use in your React applications. So we're just gonna install this, making use of npm. So let's quickly open up our terminal and install this. This is interesting. Cool. If you're just joining, the main idea of this video is just to try out Tanstack router, and we're just building up an application from scratch to try this out. We've been able to install Tanstack query to make an API call to fetch some list of recipes, and we are setting up the UI using VO to handle the UI for us right now, because we don't want to build this from scratch, right? So why don't we use VO from Vessel to build out the UIs? Okay, cool. And I think we have our component right now without cn. So we just have a plain Tailwind component we could just use in our application. I think this is fine for us. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Um, okay. Uh, right. I'm thinking about even doing a video about this, like not like a live stream, but like a video. Um, just to because I think that should be more polished. And well, anyways, let's just get right into it. Then let's just quickly see the data structure. This won't work actually. This is not gonna work because we have, let's quickly see the console again. We have our um data. What's happening? Okay, we have our data Data is undefined. Interesting. Why is data undefined right now? Let's see. Let's format this page again. Recipes, categories, the response. Yeah, this should give us our data. What do you mean undefined? Let's refresh the page all over again and open up our developer tools. Huh, interesting. I thought this was just working for like a minute ago. So we have to just debug this. So where are we starting from? Okay, cool. Let's just see this. Mm, our query works. Our query actually works, right? Our query works. Use query recipes query function. We just make use of the fetch library, the inbuilt fetch library, right? On the browser to fetch this. Then we're binding it. Dot dance is an asynchronous action, right? And we're just converting our response to JSON, and we have our variable over here. So tell me now, okay, why is this undefined? Interesting. Let's check this again and try to see what's happening. Query is undefined. Okay. Since it takes some time to fetch this data, I'm suspecting something right now because since can we see something? We have it's fetching, it's loading, it's success, is we have some different states we could make use of here. Okay. Just to make this easier for us right now, let's just do something. Let's just quickly try to break the whole flow of the page, right? So we're just gonna make sure our query dot is success, right? Let's just do is loading for now. Then we're just gonna return a JSX, maybe just an H1, something basic. Doesn't have to be something too serious, right? We could just return loading. Okay, so that we know that we are having our data before um okay, cool. So we have that. Uh-huh. Yeah, it works now, right? Because I think what was happening was before, because it's we're trying to access this before it even exists, and that's why we're getting an undefined. But adding this is loading to our component kind of make sure that this runs before we get the query. Okay, that was amazing. So let's take in categories real quick, and we're just gonna say data. We're going to data, then we're going to categories. We're just gonna go into categories and try to see what we have here right now. Okay, amazing. So we've been able to have this UI recipe app. We're almost an hour into the stream right now, which is quite interesting. So if you're watching to this point, we're just trying to wrap our head around how this all works together, trying to see how it works without any filters, and trying to see how it works in real time, right? And mhm, mhm. Okay, cool. Um, let me take. So I need this guy to help me interface. That's quite easy. I need. Is this only what I'm getting? I'm getting the category, I'm getting um the the string category. Do you know what we could do? We could do something different right now, because go back to the documentation for the API, right? The API says this is just to fetch. Um, can I do something? Can I do something else instead of fetching the category? Because it might look actually tricky to do this. Can we just say um let's just fetch every food with arrow. Mm-hmm. Let's just fetch every food with arrow. Loading, and it's taking a while. Why? Let's see this guy. Um, Categories cannot be property of categories. Obviously not. Undefined. Why? There seems to be a problem right now. Let's just see this guy. Yeah, we can search now. We can search with arrow. So why is Tanstack telling me there's an error? Oh, what do you mean there's an error? Why can't you fetch the data for me? Can we do something? Query the data does this guy. Category is not even gonna go because I need to make sure the data is coming in first. You can't read the property of data. It doesn't exist. Okay, I just need to see all I just need to see is the data right now. I just need to see the data in my console. That's all I need to see. We have recipe app. Recipe app returns this guy. Undefined. Why? Why are you undefined? Hmm. This is a very interesting bug to debug. Um, why is he undefined? Objects. What does that mean? I'm trying to log query, right? If query is loading. Wait, let me see. Um, this this should also be a fetch request. You don't need to change that, obviously not. Um, yeah, we just clicked. We just clocked an hour. Interesting. Still have more stuff to look at. Um, this all new categories. Like, let's just get our categories again. Let's just see if it works. If it works, then we're doing something super wrong. Don't really know what's happening here. I need my console down here so I can see what we're doing. It's showing undefined too. Why? Tell me why. I'm suspecting that we didn't set up this Tanstack router properly. Would that be the issue? Or it's something we're not getting right? So let's say the data. Wait, let's quickly jump back to documentation. Why didn't I think about that? So we have is pending, return loading, if it's error. If it's pending. So we made use of loading here. Let's just say query dot is pending. Let's use pending instead. Since documentation mentioned we should use that. And spending, it's loading, then It's loading. It's taking a lot of time, bro. Then boom, we have this. I'm suspecting my internet to undefined. Can we just restart our server? I don't know. That should be the last result to try out right now because this is really, really, really quite amazing what's happening right now. Um, because this just worked for us right now, so I doubt why this shouldn't work. We have our recipe app loading up. It shows undefined. Wait. I didn't even check my network tab. Why didn't I think about that? Let's see the network tab, please. So fetching category.php. Um, sus- suspecting. What did we change? Interesting. Uh-huh. Um, so let's just do console. Um, I think we could try something here now. We could just undo all our changes because it's quite crazy, quite crazy. Let's undo those changes. Query the data, the categories. Um, and yep, yep. Let's put back our categories. What did we change? Huh? What did I change? I don't know. Let's see. Wait, www dot. That's oh no, oh no. Oh, we can't do that. You can't do that. You can't really do that. Like, I'm just realizing we didn't even have the HTTPS because right now, could that be the issue? Wait. Let me see. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be the issue now because when you copy it like this, you need the hyper transfer protocol, HTTPS, yeah, hypertext transfer protocol. So you need it to be in your URL since you are making like, oh, that was the issue. Yep. Because I was copying it from the top here, and yeah. Well, that's cool. That's cool to know. So let's just quickly do this guy. We should have our data at this point. No doubt, like it should be here. Data should be here, like so sure. So um, just to make this very very simple, we're just gonna fetch all the data or all the foods with letter M of letter R. Query the data dot muse. This is quite this is really quite an amazing live stream because I think it's fun so far because like for real it's really really fun to do this, to get to like try out code in live audience, and and also um and also get to like, I don't know, have errors, fix them, like life. It's amazing. Okay, cool. So let's quickly jump into this guy. We have our meals. So we just want to show our UI that we got from Vue. We want to show our recipe or image. I don't think that's the name. The name is just gonna be, what's the image here? Let's see what did this guy. There's a thumbnail. I think the thumb works for us. Recipe dot thumbnail. Yeah, I wanted to do something to quickly fix this issue. The idea around this is just to take my time to do this because if I was going to do this not on a live stream, right, I should have been done like long time ago trying to learn around. But I just want to take each step for people that maybe trying to learn out new stuff, or um trying to follow me because most people come on live stream and go out, and before they come back, you might actually lose track of what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to take my time and to do this. So the next step mostly is just to beautify our UI. We've been able to build out this UI. This is looking nice, looking nice, 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 nice. So let's update this UI. Um, so let's update the UI real quick. I'm thinking about changing something, but I don't think I want to change anything for now. Let's just update the time. Okay, cool. So let's go down here and see date modified. I do. There should be a time, right? I think all recipes are supposed to have a time limit. So let's just quickly search time, time. There's no time. Interesting. There's no time. Um, since our UI won't have to add that because we have cook time. Yeah, we have meal. We have the title. The title is just gonna be the meal. This guy. Drink alternative. Category area Italian instructions. Meal top tags. YouTube ingredients. Is the ingredient one, ingredient two, ingredient three, and um these are the measurements. Each of the measurements. Then we have the source. We have the date modified. Date modified are all no. Okay, that really works for us right now. Um we could just work with this and return our data. Description is just gonna be our description here is just gonna be the the food instruction. Okay. This is looking much. This is looking too much. Okay, cool. So what we're just gonna do here is we're just gonna say I think we could take out this prep time. We have the preparation time and the cook time. This API doesn't return it for us. Recipe difficulty. I don't think we have that. Yeah. Yeah, we could just run the category and the difficulty, yeah. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. We could just put desert, seafood, but this description is looking so long. I think that should be the H2. This is the instruction. What can we do here? We can say since this is the string, right? We could I think we could run a substring, right? Some substring. So what substring is supposed to do? I think we could just run to mdn substring. Substring is just to get the string prototype, right? So it says file is return the part of the string from the start up to the like the index up to the excluding end index or to the end of the string if no end is of index is supplied. Okay, so what we just want to do right now is just to um reduce the recipe description we have right now because it's looking so much. So string. Now there's an issue what we're having here right now. If you notice, TypeScript is not even helping me right now because these guys are all not typed. So let's fix that. So to fix that, I will need the response again. Let me see if I could quickly pull this up real quick. The data, we have the meals, we have the yep. We have this. I'm gonna take this data down to VO. Create an interface for me, right? Create. Oh shit, that's a mistake. A TypeScript interface, not to confuse our LLM. TypeScript interface or a type, wherever I choose. So just create this for me. I hope, not really hope, it has to work. You say I'll create a TypeScript interface for the data structure you just provided. Interesting. Voila, we have it. This is a string of a null. So recipe, it accurately represents structure of the data with the following consideration. Most fields are defined as I don't need those, right? I don't need those. I don't need those. I don't need those. I don't need those. So we could just quickly take this guy, copy this guy, and go back to our VS Code. Um, yep. Format, please. Always make sure you format. And I could just create something here. I don't know. You could just call it types.ts. Make sure you don't call it types.d.ts. I think that should mostly be used for like libraries, not for like your application. So we're just gonna export this interface, call it recipe. Then we're gonna make use of it down here. So our recipe is just gonna be this guy, and we're gonna take in our recipe we just created, and take our index. We don't really need the index because we're just gonna use our recipe. uh 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 Recipe dot ideal meal. Let's do that. Yep. So we have, yeah, now so now if we do if we do trying to see if we do, so if we do recipe dot this, then we cannot use a substring, right? Because now TypeScript knows that okay, this is a string. So go ahead and make use of a substring, which is a string prototype, right? Or a string method. So now we can say a substring, and we're just gonna say sometimes just 0 to like 10. I don't know. That works. Let's see. Doesn't work. Interesting. I think I know why it doesn't work, but let's see. Oh, it works. Interesting. So we're just gonna say just return the first 100, and we could just concatenate. What might no, it doesn't work like that. Oh no. Yeah, we can just put this here. You don't have to like do anything crazy. So we're just gonna do this. I could do some crazy stuff here and say, okay, um, I want this text to be very tracking, like tracking tight, meaning that the letter spacing should be very small, so it just stays on one line, right? Thanks to Tailwind. So now we could just have this with our dot. Amazing. Let's just make it little. So we have our recipe app. Um, I think I could tell Vio to try something else now. Let's do um can we tell Vio to do something else? So Vio, I want you to do something else for me. Okay, based on the interface I just pasted, based on the interface um and code. So I need something more cleaner, right? I need a cleaner cards. Um It says I'll create a new UI for the recipe to provide interview and enhance design and layout to make it more visually appealing and informative. Um, yep. I think VO has really done all we need to do. Component query, like you don't really need that. Okay, cool. So we have this guy, and let's just paste it here. Huh? What does that mean? Taking our code, we take out our code, and we're just gonna paste out this guy. See what the issue might be. Yeah. I think we're almost an hour, 30 minutes into this live stream. It's been an amazing one to do this, and I'm really looking forward to doing this more, like more for real. It's quite fun to um to to do this with you guys, and wait, what did VO change for me? VO, what did you change? Um, what did you change? I can see the same UI. Come on now, I need something different. Well, anyways, I think what we have works actually. It works, so we don't have to waste much time trying to go around the bush. Yep. So I want to change this color. I think I just want to do something kind of prefer black. I think it's gonna be looking like Shatsian, but actually it isn't Shatsian. Um, yeah, we could just do this like this. So we have a recipe app, recipe app, um, Tanstack router. Mm, you could just do this recipe app, Tanstack, recipe app. I think what I'm doing right now doesn't really matter, but like let's just do something Tanstack router, and we're just gonna add this in the. Okay, yeah, remember Alt C is the way of breaking. So we want to break. Cool. Um, so we're gonna say substring subinstruction. Hmm, where's this guy again? Yeah, we're gonna say text dash sm. I think that should be like 12 pixels, 14 pixels. Okay, excess 12 pixels. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, recipe app, Tanstack router. Cool. So we've been able to build out our recipe app. Looks good, looks clean. Um, the prep and the cook time. It's we don't really have prep and cook time right now. It's kind of tricky to do with this API because this API doesn't actually return those values for us. Let's see what video says. Says wait, I don't get like I think I think there's some stuff we are not showing here. Instructions. Um we have instructions, we have prep time, we have category. Oh, okay, this is the new UI. My bad. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I was like, why is Vio giving me the same UI? Interesting. Okay, I'm sorry, Vio. Sorry. Okay, so we have a globe. We need to bring in globe from like Lucid React icons, right? Um, this should work for us. Take this guy out. Okay. What else should we think about doing now? Interesting. This is looking beautiful. So we have interesting. This is looking really beautiful. And this UI is looking beautiful. So we get to the country, the kind of food it is. Um I I don't really like this hover, but it's okay. I think I can just take out the over. I don't like the over. I just want to keep everything static. Like, don't I don't like that scaling. Like, doesn't really look too good because we just did this few recipe. Okay, cool. So we're done with the landing page. We've been able to fetch our data. Um, I think one more thing we could just do here is just ask video to give us a loading, create a a loader. I don't know, create a loader for the landing. Why data is fetching. So we're just gonna create a loader, right? Just to make it cleaner. Um, I'll create a loader component on landing page display while the recipe data is being fetched. We're simply visualizing loader that matches the style of our recipe card. Um, okay, okay. This is amazing stuff. So we've copied out our recipe loader. We just come into our components. We could just create maybe an extra component here. Components, and we're just gonna say I'm gonna call it recipe recipe loaders.csx. Yep, paste our components, and we're just gonna make use of this guy right in we're just gonna make it right in our page. So instead of blocking the whole flow of the page, right? So I'm gonna take this guy. It's loading or it's pending. I don't know. It's pending. Just gonna take his pending and recipe app, right? So where this is where we're fetching our query, I think. Okay, yeah, I really want to do that. So we could just say while our query is fetching, right? Query um dot is pending. I think that's what we need to use instead of is loading, right? It's pending. Once it's pending, um, what could we do? We could actually return this component. What's the name again? Recipe um, recipe loader. Then else we're just gonna return null. We don't want to return any stuff. Just return null for now. That's okay. That's beautiful for us to do. Why am I getting errors right now? Query spending recipe loader. Um, what did we call it? Recipe loader, correct? So, we just need to close it here. Recipe loader, and we quickly import this guy. I need the auto import to kick in. Do we have it imported already? Interesting. It is. Okay, cool. So now let's quickly go back to our page and refresh again and see how it looks. Okay. Wait, what? What's that? I still have this guy over here, huh? I don't want to stop the whole page from showing up before we um. Okay, so we have recipe app. We have, interesting. Now, why it's quite funny or why it's quite looking different right now? I think it has to do with it has to do with this guy right now. We're just gonna take this guy and we're gonna put it inside this guy here, like inside this grid, because I think that works better for us. What do you think? Yeah, I think. Let's just do this guy again and see it. Uh, looking bad, looking bad, looking bad, looking bad, looking bad, looking bad. Okay, so we're just gonna take this guy, go back to our components. What kind of grid are they using here right now? Let's see. Are they using the same thing as what they used before? Gap of 6, column 2, 3, column 1, gap of this. Yep, yep, yep. Let's just do the same thing. So we're gonna come back here and we're gonna take out this guy. We're gonna take it outside here where we have our margin, our widths, right? I think this is the class here. That was actually the mistake we made. But now let's see this. Amazing. Um, we could increase our loader, our recipe loader, and increase it to like 8. Um, we can increase it to 8, and we should be all right. Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense right now. So if we reload the page, we have, voila, we have our components, we have everything loading up. So now the interesting part, for the past 1 hour, right, we've just been playing around trying to set this up, trying to set up our UI and stuff like that. So now what we just want to do next now is to install Tanstack router. Now, um, if you click on view recipe, we're supposed to fetch a recipe by ID and view and stuff like that. But before we do that, let's quickly set up router. So let's just go to documentation. Let's get started and let's see. Yeah. So it says Tanstack router is a router for building React applications. Um, it says forking the route using a router to build applications widely regarded as a must-have and usually one of the first choice you make in your tech stack. Correct. Okay. So why should you use Tanstack over other routers? To answer this question, we need to look at other options in the space. We have Next.js. There are many. Okay. There are many if you look enough, but in my experience, there are a couple are what's okay. So we have Next.js, widely regarded as the facto framework for starting new React projects. It's laser focused on performance, workflow, and edge, bleeding edge technologies. Its API is powerful, but sometimes can come across as non-standard. It's extremely fast growth and ambition is just very featured. Okay, Next.js is the first. Yeah, whatever. Then React Router, full stack. Based on the history of React Router offer is similar, powerful developer and user experience, APIs and version. Okay, you know, the API and version, wonderful design and inspiration from more than a few thousand router APIs. That said, it's the rigid design. I could actually confirm to that because, like I said earlier, right? Because it's button on type safe and sometimes strict over adherence to platform APIs can leave some developer wanting more. All right. So these are the two reasons why I'll need this. I won't go with Next.js. I'll just go with Tanstack router. Both of these frameworks and their routers are great. I can personally attest that both are very good solutions for building React application management. Does mean that solution could be much more better. So does that mean Tanstack router is a framework? Tanstack router itself is not a framework in traditional sense since it doesn't address some few common full stack concerns. However, Tanstack router has been designed to be upgraded to a full stack framework when used in conjunction with other tools that addresses bundling, development, and server-side specific functionality. This is why we are currently developing Tanstack Stats, a full-stack framework that's built on top of Tanstack Router and tools like Paint, Nitro, and Vite. For a deeper dive in the history of Tanstack Router, feel free to read the Tanstack Router history. I'm interested in this. Okay, Why Tanstack router? So Tanstack router delivers in the most fundamental solution as other routers you expect. Nested routes, file-based, parallel, prefetching, error, boundaries and handling, SSR, and also delivers some features that raises the bar 100% die safe, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of stuff here. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff from the Tanstack team. Amazing stuff, amazing stuff, amazing stuff, amazing stuff. So now let's look at installation. So how could we go ahead and install this in our React application, right? Um, so npm install Tanstack router, React router. Huh, interesting. Okay. But now the beauty about this was actually built in mind to to upgrade it to using Tanstack stats, right? In the future. So let's just install this guy and start setting up. So quick start. It says you are feeling impatient and prefer to skip all the wonderful documentation. So here's a bare minimum to get going with Tanstack router using the file-based route generation and code-based route configuration. Wait, they have wait, what did I just installed? I installed the React router. File-based with this is interesting. So now tell me, what could be the difference? What could be the difference between the file-based route generation? It says the file-based route generation through Vite and other supported bundlers is the recommended way to use Tanstack router as it provides the best experience, performance, and economics for the least of amount of effort. Scaffold your first Tanstack router project. Um, Follow the prompt to set up the project. I'm already using Vite, so I think this should be the best option for me, right? What do you think? Yeah, I'm using Vite already because if you look at our config, our Vite config, right? We have React already here. Okay, and if you're not using Vite or any supported bundler, you can check out the file-based routing guide for more info. Creating the following files, route files um with a lazy.ts and are loaded Vite separate bundlers. Keep the bundle size as lean as possible. Route index lazy route dot about main.ts regardless if you're using the router plugin or monitoring on the a lot of things are going on here right now and it's kind of tricky to just start up. It's quite straightforward, don't get it twisted. It's quite straightforward, but now a lot of stuff are happening because now i'm being told to um I'm being told to go ahead and make use of file-based route generation or the code-based route configuration. Huh. Those are crazy, crazy words. Okay. But I'm using invite, so I think we will just go with the first one. Using the file, scaffolding your first stand router. Huh? npm creates router at latest. Follow the prompt to set up the project. Uh, okay. I think we could just run this, right? Let's see how what this actually do. Let's just install what let's just install this guy in our code. So let's say npm create Tanstack router at latest. Why is this is this gonna do what I'm thinking it's gonna do? I hope it's not gonna install. This is interesting. I like this. Yes, please. I hope it's not gonna do what I'm thinking it's gonna do. Um this I'm thinking this is gonna create this is gonna create a new project with Tanstack router, scaffolding your nice. Exactly what I was thinking, and that was what's gonna happen. Manual setup. I think we just go with manual setup because I'm already already have all the stuff running up. So we're just gonna install Tanstack router plugin, install invite another and the router dev too. So configure um okay, let's just install Tanstack router plugin because of Vite. So I think we're just going with the file generation, right? Just the file base route generation. Okay. Then our config right now, we're just gonna do um we are just gonna do okay. This is very very interesting to do. I'm enjoying this. Um Downstack router vibes. Um the plugin is kind of different right now because if you look at it now, the reason why I'm being skeptical of copying this code and pasting is because this is coming from Vite React, from Vite plugin React. I feel like it's still gonna work the same way. Still gonna work the same way, obviously. Just optimizing dependency because your Vite config has changed. Yeah, wherever. Just show my data. We have this guy all showing up here. We are just gonna quickly jump right into can we close some of the stuff we don't need here anymore? Do we still need VO? Still need VO, please. We don't need MDN anymore, web docs. So we've been able to install our router. What's the errors here? We're not using you. Okay, sorry. Um even not using bytes. It's a create the following files. Source routes. Okay, let's just quickly do that. So now we have this guy. We're just gonna create um yep. So we're just gonna create a new says the folder name cannot start with a slash. Oh, obviously not. Wait, is this a folder? Yeah, this should work. Give me a folder. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So we have routes, we have inside routes, we should create what else? Index.lazy.tsx. tsx, we should create about.tsx. We should create main.tsx. Interesting. Oh, okay. No, we still have our main here. Our main is still this guy over here. This should be the wrapper of our application. Okay. Um, it says okay. The route files with the .lazy extensions. So we have .lazy and .about. Wait, what? When did this happen? Wait, okay. Ah, now I get it. This was created just like now. Okay, there's no gate here, so I can't even see the log. Wait, I think this plugin, that's what the plugin does. Interesting. Okay, I think this makes a lot of sense right now because I was thinking about how the structure is gonna work because now it says a file-based route generation. So basically, the plugin is just gonna help us generate those routes for us. Amazing, amazing. Because I didn't add this code, I just created them as you can see. Interesting. This is beautiful. Okay, so the route files with files with the lazy tsx extensions are lazy loaded files everyone has keep the main bundle size as lean as possible. Okay, so we have the root. The root is just bringing in um let's just copy this root is just bringing in what um components to link to about hello root, the outlets and the Tanstack dev too. Okay. Um I think I think this actually works for us, but we still have to set it up in a way that works. Hmm. Trusting, trusting. So all this code is just like generated for us from the file-based route generation. So I think this makes more sense, right? Instead of doing this from scratch, or instead of trying to generate all this code from scratch, this is just gonna help you generate this from like generate it on the fly. Interesting. Whatever is happening here right now, I'm trying to do something different. So now my question now is, okay, why did this guy like why did he just create this code for me? Yeah. I don't want to paste this actually. I don't want to, but I have no choice. I'll just do it. So we have this guy, the router dev2. Now I think the dev2 should be able to be let's refresh this page. You should see the dev2 somewhere around here. How are we supposed to access dev2? Are we gonna access it through here? No, obviously not. Um home is gonna go to this guy. Create route. I think we're not even done with setting it up. So we just have home. Just have home. Home is just gonna be home. And in our index or lazy. Index or lazy, right? The index or lazy is just gonna be this guy. And we are gonna say we're gonna bring in index or lazy is just gonna be our app. Yep. It's gonna be our app. It's gonna be our app. Then about could just be about. Let's quickly just even say this if this works yet. So we have about. Why is this taking me to? This is interesting. So we have about. About is just showing us about. Then in the main.ts, interesting. This is where mostly we should do the connection. In the main.ts, so regardless if you're using the transfer router plugin, you're manually running the TS watch or TRS watch and change generation coming from you. The following script will generated for you. The following script will generated for you at route.3. I can't see. This is the code already. Okay, created the code already for me. Um, this is crazy. Like this is really really crazy. So we just have to import this guy from because this was generated from us for us dynamically. So we're just gonna import our router from router is just gonna create router and we're just gonna take this guy there. We need to provide that. Now the beauty about React is this providers right now. I already have one provider for my query, so we need a separate provider right now. So we're just gonna bring in this guy and we could just wrap it. We could throw it. Let's throw it on top. Um, let's throw it on top. Yep. And I think we could just throw it inside here and take out our app. Router provider is not installed. Now we remember we have to take out this guy because we're not just serving this page anymore because now we want to serve Oh, interesting, 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 interesting. This is interesting. So we've been able to serve this up. Now this is the dev two. The dev two. We are on the about. Obviously, yep, yep, yep. Let's go to the base. So the base is just gonna be um home recipe app. Now let's go back to this. I think I kind of understand how this is supposed to work now. So we have the roots. This is the roots where we have this guy. So this root is just gonna be over here, and I think we could just take out this guy. We don't even need any. We don't need all this guy. We just need recipe app. Yep. Um, we don't need the link. We don't need the link. Um, okay, cool. So we've been able to add this page, and from here now we could see this is the index. The index is just gonna be this guy. Then we have our about. Just to try this out, let me create a new page, right? Let me just see. Let me just see. What I'm gonna call it. Yeah, let's call it. Let's call it. Um. mm, yeah, we could. I want to call it something else. I don't want to call it about. So we're just gonna say this should be a, I don't know, history. This should be an history.lazy, right? History.lazy page. Cool. So automatically we've created the route for this guy, right? History.slash history. So we can just go to history. Um, not found. History. Oh, this is not being spelled correctly. Okay, sorry. This history. Hello, history. So now let's go to VO. VO is still open here. Create an history. Um, so create an history for my app. So I just want an history for our recipe app. Just create an history for me right now. So I think we're almost 2 hours into this live stream, and we should be wrapping this up real quick. Um, what's Vio doing? No, I don't want like an history. I don't want an history. Because we'll have to update the UI, and I don't want to do that. So basically, what's this just doing? It's taking it from local storage, getting item from local storage, and removing item from local storage. The crazy thing is, if VO wants us to do this, we'll do it actually. So we're just gonna create a component. We're just gonna call it history histo history dot csx. Mm, let's see what are the problems. Next link. Nope. We're not gonna be using next link. We're just gonna be using next we're not building Next.js application right now, so we're just gonna do a regular next link from React router. Okay, so if we're doing this right, if we're gonna do this with our interface, I don't think we need to import this guy. Well, let's just leave it for now. So we have our use effects. It's gonna show this guy clear history, and let's see how it looks like. Refresh our history page. We're not gonna see it obviously because we haven't even added it here. So we're just gonna add our components in our page. So I'm just gonna call this history page wherever. Yep. Nope, no. Yeah. That was correct. That was correct. It is it an explicit export? Okay. Since it was okay, that makes a lot of sense. So cool. So we have our history, recently viewed recipe. You haven't viewed any recipe yet. So now let's see how this guy is supposed to do this. Um, if you're gonna do this for us, view, you have to update our initial. So we're gonna say if updated recipe filter recipe is equal to ID viewed recipe. How are we setting it? Okay, get it updated, set it into here, then remove this, then just map to it and show it on the UI. Huh. Key item viewed recipe. If stored recipe pass. Okay, so we just tell view. Okay, now yeah. So update the landing to fit in with our viewed, because right now do you understand? So our order didn't fit in the rest of the application, including the new history feature we added. Make sure it's consistent with the design and we've established navigation to the history page. So VO is trying to do VO is doing a lot for us. VO is doing a lot for us. More we didn't even ask him to do or ask we didn't even ask it to do. Which is quite amazing. Shows that it's what's the word now? It's quite advanced. Set query provider. Okay, no problem with the error. That's okay with the error. Um, what I just need here is a UI. There's an header here for view history. Okay, so we're just gonna do this guy. We're just gonna say, can we do? Can we just get only the um? Can we just get only this guy for now because um we should be wrapping up this live stream already. Almost 2 hours into this live stream right now. So we're just gonna do data.muse.map, take out this guy, and we're just gonna add this new feature. And there's some errors, save history. Then we're just gonna take um save history, right? It's just gonna be this. What save history is supposed to do? Save history is just gonna be very, very straightforward. Let's take this guy to the side. Um where the VS code go? Okay, VS code go to the side here and you view about here. And yep, save history is just gonna take in local storage, view recipe. If it's in this, then that works. And this link is just gonna come in from this guy updates from this part. Yep. I think we are good. Data.muse. Oh, so query dot I just have to change how this is supposed to work. What we have is query dot data.muse. Yep, I think that should work for us. Let's go back to the home. Uh-huh. Wait, what's this? Nothing changed. Wait, when are we? I'm trying to say something because if you look at it now, when are we calling that function? So in an on click, that's supposed to take the dynamic page. We are saving to the history. So when you click on view recipe, it takes you to the dynamic page. Now if you go to history, let's go to history. History should have our recipe we just viewed. Oh shit. Okay, let's say history. history. Nice. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Can clear history. You can go back. Okay, that's just amazing. Okay, so let's do something next. So we've been able to add that, and we could just do something. View added something else for us here. View said we could do view history. Um, in this header here, yeah, we could just do view history, link to history. History is just gonna come from where's history? History is the component itself. Why should we have the component here? Obviously not. Okay, history is gonna come from usage. Do we have an icon called history? Yep, yep, I think we do. Okay, cool. Um, just have few history, few recipe. No, view history. We can see this. Okay, cool. We've been able to do this. Now, the next thing we need to think about now is how Tanstack query or how Tanstack router actually handles dynamic routing using code-based route configuration. I think you don't really have to worry about that. We already did that. So we have the dev2 uh, link. Take this word. I mean dev2 to help you on your way. Okay, interesting. I think you already have that installed. Passing it, floating mode, and stuff like that. Dev2 comparison, routing guide, um, routing blog post by ID says nesting routing the powerful concept allows you to render a nested component tree. For example, given the post to create a route hierarchy that looks like this. Um, let's take let's take the concept and expand it out to a larger size structure. But the file names now. It says route trees can be configured using a different ways. So now what I'm really looking forward, be sure to please make sure to check out for the condition towards the routing or just proceed to the next section to get started. File based routing. File based routing, directory, flat, mixed flat route and directory. Okay, make sure to check out the documentation, routing concepts. I think let's read this. Um, React Router supports a number of powerful routing concepts. Uh, Routing concept that allows you to build complex and dynamic routing with ease. You have routes, static, index, dynamic route, segments. I think that's what I'm mostly interested in now. It says the route is the top most is the most entirely in capsule of all the routes of children. It has no parts, always match, its components always rendered. Even though it doesn't have a path, the route has access to all. Okay, so it's always rendered. I think what I'm really looking forward to now is just I need dynamic route segments. It says it says the route path segment starts with this, followed by a label that dynamic and captured the section of the route into the so we have this params post return. Okay, okay, that makes much sense. I think I'm thinking about how we're gonna create. Okay, okay. So we have routes, create routes. No. Let's do create lazy file route. Loader is just gonna be this, and yeah. I think we could quickly go for a quick break. I'll be back for like um minutes or two. Yep. Okay, I think we should be back right now. Like, um, actually fully back, and I'll just share my screen again, and we'll try to wrap this up. I think we've spent almost like an hour, 2 hours actually, on this stream right now, and we just have to wrap this up real quick. Okay, so I'll share my screen again and take you guys through what I've been doing. Um, screen one. Okay, yeah, I think this should be the right screen to show. Okay, cool. So far we've been like playing around with Tanstack router, trying to understand how it works, trying to go through documentation. We got to set up a React application first off with React Vite and installed React Query, made use of VO to create the UI. So we now have to create a UI from scratch. Okay, cool. So this is currently what we just have, and yep. All right. So we're just trying to create right now. What we're trying to do right now, we're trying to create a dynamic page with um Tanstack router. So we just have to find a way through the documentation and see how they want us to do that. These are just params are usable in your router machine. Let's look at um the next time working is checking for you can do route it fast. I actually need to read more about this. Um if routes, for example, a part name of post 123 will match post. Okay, so are we gonna do that? Are we gonna do um the base, right? The base is not even leading us to recipe, it's just the base of our application. So we're gonna do routes and um you know you know I'm kind of thinking how or what's gonna be the best method to do this for us right now, because it's kind of tricky to do this because we have our base, right, to be all our recipes, to show all our recipes right now, and we just have to think about it from another angle. It's quite easy, very straightforward to do. What we just do here, we're just gonna create a new directory here and just gonna call this recipe, and recipe is just gonna house our dynamic routes. So if you go here, hello recipe, right? So we have access to this guy already. So it says file expected but not found anywhere. Route reach gen. Oh, that was a weird error actually. Let's see. What's this? What's the error, please? This is supposed to be generated, auto-generated code. What could be the problem? Um, okay, so let's just do this and recipe route recipe. We're not supposed to go here. Yeah, I think this is okay for us right now. Yeah, isn't it? Um, okay, from. Okay, that fix our error. Okay. Mm, so we're setting up the dynamic route. So it says the route path segment starts with um the pounds followed by a label dynamic and capture the section of URL into the params object, right? For using your application. For example, a path name 123 to match the okay. Makes sense, 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 makes sense. So now let's do something. Now let's tell this guy to do something for us. View, right? I want to work on. So we're gonna work on the recipe page. That's the dynamic page for recipe. So to do that, we don't have a recipe page yet or the component. So we have history, we have this. So we're just gonna call this recipe details dot tsx. Yep. And um okay, so let's just wait for this to load up real quick. Router dot query. No. So we're just gonna get the routes. The route actually is just a create a file route, and there's a post component. Wait first, I need to go back to some. And this is a recipe. This is a recipe by ID. We have the recipe by ID. Uh, so let's just copy this code and go into our recipe details page here and paste our code. Now there's a lot of error, a lot of things that's not gonna work as expected yet, but we are gonna fix it real quick. So this interface now, we're not even supposed to import it because we're not supposed to make use of it because we already have it imported. Do you understand? Like I saved it previously. Recipe, recipe. Then we have recipe. This. Yeah. Router. Not really. We don't need this. Measure. We don't need this. Um, React query. What are we using the query to do? We're not using the query to do anything. Okay. Oh, we're using it actually from React query. No, 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 no. We don't need this, guys. Actually, um, we just use router from Tanstack router. Then use query. It's just gonna be coming from React query. Um, what's this error actually? Expected one or two, but got three. So router dot um do we have access to params? No, we don't. Okay, we need to go to documentation to really understand how to do that. But for now, let's just do use effects. Use effect dated on muse. Okay, no problem. I don't know. This is not an issue. All these are not an issue, right? These are not actually issues for us right now because VO is saying that we need to um we already told us what to do, but we have to edit the component to serve our need, right? So the way we're supposed to do this now is just we've created this guy already in the post comments, in a component, right? So post routes with I'm trying to see something now. So let's quickly open up VS Code again and see code here. So now we have this guy here. We're gonna say inside our recipe ID, we've created our file route. loader. It takes in our components. Our components is just going to be post components, right? And we're going to call it recipe details. Recipe loader, no, recipe details, right? That's the name of our components. So meaning that inside our recipe details now we can now see we have access to routes. Do we? So we're just gonna say const um it's gonna be routes. Which of the routes? The one we just created right now. Dot use params. Interesting. Okay, use params. Then we have recipe ID. Um, recipe ID. It's gonna be recipe ID as string. Enable. Can we just take out this for now and say okay, meals, whatever. So let's just see what this is supposed to do now. Let's go back here and see. So we have our landing page showing all our recipes. We view a particular recipe. It's obviously not gonna work because I'm not even using the right API. But I just needed to make sure it's doing what it's supposed to do. Let's refresh the page and see. So this is the guy. No, that's not the guy. That's just the API call. Um, mm, just makes a lot of sense why it's not working right now because I have no idea. So let's go back. Um, or hit the spot. Okay, okay. Let's just do this. To make this very, very easy for us right now, without even thinking about any trying to do all these errors that we're having here right now. What's this? Can you find a link? Let me put link from all these errors we're having on the page. Can we do something, please? Can we just skip these guys first, right? Let's just return. Can you return my recipe ID for me? Let me confirm that I have my recipe ID first on this page. Yep. Can we do that first? Can you do that for me? Refresh. I can't see anything actually. There's a lot of errors on these pages. Let's add this guy. Let's take out this loaders because obviously the page is gonna still always be loading. So let's say ingredients. Let's do this and this and this. Okay, let's refresh the page. You can't still see anything, so there are still some errors right now. You don't need this guy. Wow, save history doesn't really do much. Just comment it out. Fetch details. What's it supposed to do? Not fetching any details. Format this guy and go back to the landing. View recipe. Routes dot use params. Okay. Hmm. The only reason why this will not work is because it's garbage in, garbage out, right? You're having an error, meaning that something you're not doing right, something we are not doing right. So now let's go to yeah, there's something we're not doing right. So let's go to the home page back. That should be the app, the entry. No, not app. The CSS actually. So let's see where we are adding the link. So we have a link, right? Take you to history, recipe. Let's see how this is structured here now. So inside our route, we have recipes, right? And it takes in the recipe and the ID of the meal ID, anyone you want to call it. Um, once we have the ID, once we have the ID for this guy right now, we are just gonna click on it and takes us to the dynamic page where we just want to see more data. Um, let's go back to this page here now. So we're doing this recipe data. I think there's something we are not doing based on the documentation. Yay! I just remember there's something we're not doing here. So the documentation says we're supposed to like set up a loader. Is this it? No, not actually in a loader. We don't need to set up this loader because this is all coming from the param directly. So now let's go back to our page, components, recipe details. There's a lot of errors going on here. Export recipe details. I can't even see. Whoa, whoa. No, no, no. This is not gonna work, obviously. Like, obviously not gonna work. Like, come on now. We have to return a JSX to make this work. Oh, interesting. I didn't even see that. Um, so let's see. Hopefully it works. Doesn't still work. What could be the problem? We have a Tanstack router. We have this guy. We have it's loading transition. Can I get the ID, please? States matches. Route by ID. We have recipe. I need to see an example. Um, I just need to see an example here now to make this very streamless for us right now. Quick start, code base. Okay. Um, dynamic routes. You just have to see routing concept, routing matching. Because it's kind of crazy why I can't even see anything here right now. Like, let me see it. Let me see. Is there an error here? It says function not valid. Where is this actually happening? There's an error in our code. Is it coming from I'm suspecting it's coming from this guy here because if you look at the other guys, how we get to like render them, we get to render them as components. Components basically. Let's just see. Does that work? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. That could be the issue. That was actually the issue. But now you look at the documentation, right? Documentation says it just takes in the components. Oh, it takes in the post components because we're trying to set it up on the same page, but in our own case, we're not doing that, right? In our own case, we're not setting it up on the same page, trying to import a separate page. So we're going to be importing the component directly. That was the issue. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right. So let's just undo all our whatever we did here. Um, we should have, I don't know, argument starts with V. What does that mean? Recipe ID. Let's refresh the page again. This is a very beautiful error. It's a bad argument type. Starts with v5. Only the object form is allowed when calling related query. Please use the error stack to um what error is this? I hope it's not a fetch error. It's loading. Don't worry, I got you. We're gonna debug this. Um so we're just gonna do this all over again and see what's really this error. Back to recipes. Back to recipes. Do I have access to my recipe here, my recipe ID? Yeah, we do. Hmm. So what's not the UI problem now? If I may ask. Recipe is not defined. Interesting. Okay, recipe is not defined actually. So we're just gonna do this and use data. Okay, use effects. I just says if this guy is available. Um, data is not available. Data.new. Cannot find in data. Hmm. Yeah, use query. Um, it says bad arguments. I think this has to do with Tanstack query. It says please use the error stack to find a complete call. More info. Okay. No issues, no issues. That's actually a straightforward issue right now. Like that, no issues. So what we're just gonna do here now, we're just gonna do use query, um, fixing our extra objects, passing the key. Then this is our function. Yeah. So we're just gonna take out those guys now and say okay, um yeah, pending data recipe ID, I don't know, whatever I call it, recipe ID. Then it takes in recipe is supposed taking they're taking on that value here. Because if you look at it now, let's see this. It says recipe ID, cannot find it. Give me recipe ID. I hope it doesn't throw error like before. Then basically we have access to the ID. Then fetch recipes. Just gonna be the same thing, right? Takes in the ID and concatenate it, add it, response. Okay. So we're just gonna take fetch details into our function right now and say okay, query function mostly is just gonna be this is actually doing the same thing we're doing. Do you understand? It's just gonna take in an ID. Just gonna take in an ID right now. And our ID is just gonna be our recipe ID and I don't know. It should work. This should work. recipe ID, and we can format this guy right now. So what was the error actually? I think loading is not defined. Um, just say pending, self loading, pending. Nice. So refresh the page. It's loading. Ingredients is not defined. Okay. I actually like the error messages. How the way the error message is being handled. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. This is crazy. This is crazy. This beautiful stuff. Okay. So we've been able to add up dynamic routes, even if it was quite cumbersome to kind of figure out since it's our first time trying this out. Well, we did it. So you can just watch on YouTube, takes you to watch on YouTube. Um, interesting, interesting. This is recipe, original recipe. Yep. So I think we can go back to recipes. We can view history. We can view all the recipe we viewed. Clear history. You can go back. Recipe app. Um, this is quite amazing what we've done here right now. I think we're almost 2 hours 30 minutes into this video, and I must confess this is really really looking good already. Okay, so what we actually missed in the whole flow, right, is 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 it's kind of straightforward, right? Documentation is straightforward. What we're supposed to do. So we created this guy, the components. So now you can start thinking about loaders. Now you start thinking about loaders, and loaders which just takes in the fetch. I think you could read more about loaders, right? And I think they should have loader methods, personal loader effective loader method. Mostly, I kind of understand the idea of want to use um loader methods. So loader methods actually are just um context preloaded. I think these are APIs. It's coming. I'm trying to see the idea around loaders. I think I've gotten it says loader function receives a single object following property about course, definition, location, current location, params, route params. So the beauty about this right now is just this we can think about how like different method of how we're gonna handle this. You can use the React query. Okay. So what I'm trying to see now is this. So I think what this guy is trying to tell us here now is we don't even have to, because I'm trying to work on this dynamic route segment. As much as we've been able to make it work, but now there's a loader, right? There's a loader we could add here and say, okay, loader, and loader mostly is just gonna be, I think I just put it as a string for now. I want to see something. So loader, loader, right? If you add in the loader, how is the chat? How is the component supposed to be able to access this particular data right now? Params. Huh, okay. So you familiarize with guess our side props. Huh, okay. Eventually, like that was it. Like that was the idea. I thought about it, but I needed to understand what you're really trying to achieve with that loader. So it's to guess it's familiar. It's formula with guess our side props from next year's or loaders on the remix. Tanstack router has a similar function to preload load assets on a per route basis in parallel, allowing React to render as quickly as possible as it fetches file suspense. So beyond just normal expectation of a router, um, beyond just normal expectation of a router, Tanstack goes beyond and above to provide inbuilt-ness WR catching a long-term memory for loader. This means you can use Tanstack router for both preload data for your route, so they load data, or temporarily cached data for previously visited routes to use them again. Okay, so this makes sense. That loader actually, right, is what I'm trying to look at right now because it makes a lot of sense you adding that loader. So fetch post. So fetch post is just gonna make sure that it caches the data, and you could set still time, you could turn it off, should reload. Oh, this is really crazy. Using path params. So I just pass it to this guy, fetch, and fetch post is just gonna fetch the post. Now using the search params and loaders, assessing no, using the preload, handling slow loaders, avoiding pending component flashes, handling errors. Um, you know, what I'm trying to say now is if you're using a loader, right? If you're using a loader on the page rightly, no, don't worry. If you're using loader, um, let's ask VO. You can just do that. So if I'm using Stack router loader, like this is the good answer for view to answer actually, because you say you have two remaining messages today. To answer the question about messenger, I'll explain the process and provide an example. So when using data router provider, you can access the loaded data in your component using the use loader hook. What's that? Huh. Okay. First, define the route in the loader function. Use data. Okay, so we have let me see this. We have this guy function route component loader recipe loader catch create the loader, then use loader. Is anything like use loader data from where use loader data from Tanstack router? Wait, let me see something now. Is there anything like use what do you call it? Um use loader. Oh, use loader data. Okay, interesting. So that's just taking it one step ahead right now. So what we could do right now, we could just say recipe loader. Recipe loader is just what? It's just basically fetching and taking an ID and returning it. I think that makes sense. That takes it one step ahead. And the whole idea around this is just to make sure you'll be able to cache the data in case you're moving across the pages, so you don't always like hit your backend every time. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I think what we have here just works for us. Um, this is just we having white flashes. Even with this, it caches the data for us. Like it even catches like we have a cache of this data already in memory. Like we don't even have to like This is crazy. Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So I think we've been able to establish just the basics of Tanstack router, getting to learn through trials and errors, getting to try this out. It's really amazing to do this. Um, yep, it's really amazing to do this. So I just want to wrap up this live stream. I think I spent a lot of time here right now. So um, okay, so a quick preview of a quick preview of what we've done. Right. So we started out this live stream trying out Tanstack router and getting to understand the motivation, getting to understand where it shines, and okay, so on this live stream we got to try out Tanstack router, which is kind of like a fully type safe React router, right? With built-in data fetching and revalidating caching and first-class search params API. We're able to set it up in this live stream, and we're also able to consume this recipe API, right? So this is currently what we have. So this UI was just created with VO. We didn't have to create everything from scratch. We just had to make use of VO from Vessel to handle the UI. This is all our queries, and we're able to come up with something like this. This is a home page. We also have a feature to check recently viewed recipes. This was also handled by VO. Um, yeah, this is the UI you currently have. You can get to view more details about the recipe. You can get to watch it on YouTube. Go back to recipe, view recipe. You could also go back and yeah, I think this is mostly what we did on the live stream. Getting to there were a lot of trials and errors actually, right? A lot of trials and errors because we're trying to learn how to use it straight out from the documentation, right? How to use React router, um, Tanstack router out of the documentation. Um, so I think what really shines about it is the type safe approach, which is 100%, the 100% type safe approach, right? That's been used in the library. Kind of gives you that superpower of TypeScript when like a type safe approach with your routes, which is something we haven't really gotten to experience in the React in the React should I say in the React ecosystem when it comes to routing, right? And on that thing that caught my attention about this is the they call it the auto generation. Let me quickly get the name right now. It says the yep. It says the file based route generation, how you could create files automatically, right? So mostly all these routes files we have here, I just had to create them automatically. You just have your code generation automatically set up here, set up our routes for us. I didn't have to touch any of this code, even to our dynamic page. Yeah, so that was what we just did on this live stream, and it was really an amazing one. And I'm getting to definitely gonna like explore more. There's a lot of stuff I want to explore. I want to explore loaders, and I think they also mentioned they have like inbuilt data fetching. But for us, we had to set up Tanstack router. We had to set up Tanstack query to handle our fetching, um, which is like an overkill right now. But we just had to do it. But there's a lot of stuff to explore in documentation. Shout out to the Tanstack router team for this amazing library. It's really amazing. Yeah, definitely gonna do more videos about this. Get to explore more about this. There's a lot of stuff to like search and understand, and since it's quite new in the ecosystem, right? It's really beautiful to get to understand how it works behind the scene actually. Yeah, thank you guys for sticking with me to this point of the live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And thank you for staying up to this moment. See you in the next video, live stream, podcasts, whatever comes up next. Bye, guys.